Good afternoon. It's beautiful out there, and it's been that way since early this morning, even before the sun came up. I've got a great time lapse for you here. We started with that crescent moon, and then the sun rose. And just check out this time lapse. Not much to show you except all the cars going by on I-94 here, because it's been a blue, crystal clear blue sky for some time here today. And we're going to continue to enjoy that sunshine as we move on into the afternoon. Here's a look at our temperatures. It is cooler to the east, where we've got some numbers in the 60s, still at 66 degrees in Boston. So it's been a cool start to the day. We keep that cooler weather around heading into the afternoon, though the numbers will continue to climb. We're at 74 in Fargo and 74 in Grand Forks. And checking out your wind speeds, not too strong. One spot where we're up to 20. It's a 20-mile-per-hour gust in Bemidji out of the northwest, and on average we're looking at wind out of the north here for the afternoon hours. Here's a look at your radar and satellite map. Mostly clear for much of the valley. If you look up by Lake of the Woods and back down toward Red Lake up in the northeast, you can see we're on the very edge of a deck of clouds that's rolling through parts of Ontario there, and that's dropping in across the border into Minnesota. So we're experiencing a couple more clouds in that area, but there's lots of sunshine in between at the moment. We need dry weather and no more rain for a while. We've got flood warnings. These are river flood warnings for the Red and a couple of tributaries. One of those warnings for Grand Forks and Fargo. And in Fargo, we're looking at our river level eventually dipping here this morning. As of latest check, we're looking at 1021 or 19 feet at 19.21 feet. There we go. That's coming down just a little bit at this point in time. But places like, the typical spots. Elm Street's closed. We've got the Sertoma Bridge lifted in Lindenwood Park. Those paths along the river. Spotty flooding going on there. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Nice and dry today to help try to get those river levels down. We're looking at some temperatures that are going to be ranging from about 70 in the east to some low 80s out to the west. Lots of sun again continuing into the afternoon. For most, there'll be those clouds over to the east here for this afternoon, but still looking like a nice day. And then heading into this evening, really pleasant to be out and about. Just maybe make sure you've got your bug spray on hand. The light wind isn't going to help things, and we've had a lot of water recently, something to remember if you're going to be outside and hanging around down by the rivers especially. And then heading into the overnight hours tonight, we're looking at some conditions that should be pretty quiet. We'll see that wind shift to a southerly direction, and that will introduce slightly warmer air. We're going to see temperatures more to the 50s to some low 60s to start the day on your Tuesday. We'll also have some areas of cloud cover, more likely on Tuesday, so not completely blue sky like we have today. And I can't rule out a shower or a sprinkle underneath a couple of those clouds. But for the vast majority of us, we're looking at dry conditions, and we're going to be a little warmer, back into the 80s. Into Wednesday, getting back into the 80s yet again, and we just stay there into Thursday and Friday. Some of us out west might approach that 90-degree mark there. And we'll see a chance for some rain and some thunderstorms return Thursday and Friday. Not a great shot, but the potential's still there we want to pay attention to. And so far, the weekend's looking really good. We've got some sunshine ahead. Temperatures into the 80s. Could be 2 weekends in a row of some nice quiet weather for a lot of us here in the valley. So looking good, and this is exactly what we need. We need to dry out, and we need to have several days in a row of quiet weather.
That sounds like pretty good weather to me, with the 80s being all week long. Just need for Friday not to rain. It'll be perfect. Thanks again, Lisa.